What's going on, everybody? Sorry about all that nonsense. Just needed to start a new one. That was absolutely horrific with what was going on. I'm sorry, anybody who had to see that nonsense. Let me put the link right back in the chat. Um, Once again, I apologize to everybody who had to deal with that nonsense. Absolutely ridiculous. Uh, that people need to try to do this. So, um, learn my lesson from that. So, not just letting anybody on anymore. So it is what it is. Um, yeah, definitely right about that. So repinned it. If anybody wants to hop on, you're more than welcome to hop on. Um, so absolute ridiculousness. A bunch of people trying to spam me, throwing inappropriate shit up online, Toronto Gooner. It's just people trying to hop on, trying to get me canceled and all this other stuff with inappropriate stuff. So what's going on? Yeah, sorry again, man.
It's okay, Jimmy. It's okay. I was embarrassed with that bitch Emma Stone. Like, what the fuck was she thinking? And AJ as well. That bald headed looking Eric Ten Hag with his own version of that thing. Like, what the fuck was that? What did I just witness?
Yeah.
I'm so glad you were able to cancel the first stream, Gianni, and start again. So
yeah.
now we can talk fact. Now we can start talking like proper men, like proper gentlemen.
Yeah. Yeah. But getting back to what we were saying, we were talking about this final and everything else. Like I said, I think we're winning this. What are you guys thinking right now after the back and forth that we've been having? Are you guys still a little worried about this?
I'll let you go first, Maisie.
Oh, thanks, Jim. As I said before, Gianni, I'm confident we can beat City, but on the other side, I'm a bit nervous because I just do not want this manager to fuck around again because this manager has done that time and time again in his career. He fucked that up in the semis against PSG. He fucked that up in the FA Cup against Manchester United. He's done a lot of this bullshit, so he has to stop this and take this League Cup seriously because this is the time that we start acting that we want to win that League Cup, because if we win that League Cup, then by God, this year will be the year we win the Premier League, because the League Cup is something that gives us the motivation to go on and achieve the biggest thing in our career. So we have to win that League Cup tomorrow. We can't fuck around and we can't let City have all the freedom to attack us. We have to attack them, because if we sit around and park the bus on these guys, then they'll start having the freedom to just like play on us, like just wait for us to make one mistake and then take advantage of that. So tomorrow, this is our time to show Man City that we are the favorites for that League Cup trophy tomorrow.
Yeah. Doc, do you wanna pick back up with where you were at, brother? Sorry that I cut you off with all that nonsense that was going on, man.
It ain't your fault, big fella. Like, that's how you know that you are making a difference in this community, that they are trying to get you. They can kneecap you from behind the knees. So, you keep on doing what you're doing, Gianni. And these are heterosexual mutants. This is exactly why we have opened up an office here at London Colney Renal Center, ladies and germs. This is exactly why, because there are a bunch of absolute weirdos in this world, really and truly. So the only thing I will conclude is that, again, like, I'm not looking forward to tomorrow. Like, I'm exhausted of watching this club. I'm exhausted of this manager. And if anything, like, if by George we win some big fucking trophies this year, build a statue of my man fucking Andrea Berta, because let me tell you this, what we're doing right now would not be happening if we still had Edu at this club. You know, like, and I don't care what he's done in his player career. That is a completely different chapter. The reason why there has been so much complacency at this club, so much, like so much wasted years and wasted money, is the result of Mikel's and and Edu's absolutely god awful subterraneous talent ID. Like shelling out money left and right for some god awful players. Like the fact that we spent a combination of 60 million on men like Bambi Lakonga and Fabio V. Because let me tell you, there's only one
linked
true
up for a goal
Vieira.
today. They linked up for a goal today for Hamburg against Dortmund. If you want to laugh.
Oh, all right, guys. We did it, guys. We won. We did it. We fucking won the Bundesliga goal of the season. Let's fucking go, guys. Yeah, I swear down. Again, we shouldn't have to be satirizing this club. Like, we shouldn't have to be conducting so many autopsies on this club as to why we are not getting over the line. All right, and just by virtue that I hear so many folks, a few of them in the little chat we're in, big fella, if you know what I mean. They're like, oh, we can't wait to prove you wrong. Big fella, do you know that the man whose backside you've been eating out of the last 6.5 years, that he's blown through £1 billion, right? I mean, the fact that we're doing something like this, the fact that, again, to their credit, to all people that have been chatting about quads, as it stands on paper, as of right now, we are still in that conversation. Do I believe that we're going to do it? Absolutely fucking not. Let's just be absolutely clear. But the fact that we're still in that conversation is just by virtue that we have spent so much money. Like this should be a basic expectation. This would be a basic expectation of the money that we've spent, the time that we have invested in this manager and in this squad. Like, just by virtue of that alone, we should be in the position that we are in this season, right? So let's not take that away. And if they get over the line, they will be celebrated. But until that happens, they don't deserve any fucking plaudits. I mean, we are starved. Like, why are we having to justify Arsenal being a big club when they always want to present ourselves as a big club? The way that you describe yourself as a big club, the reason why we are the third largest club in England is because of our trophies, not because of the fucking therapy dogs that we have at this club. I mean, I swear, Gianni, I'm sick and tired of this season. I'm exhausted watching this club. Like, I'm gonna need a doctor at this point, and I'm a doctor of proctology. Like, I mean,
This
it's
is Heart Attack
crazy work.
FC, brother.
I swear, and I'm ranting, I'm waffling. I'm doing my best Nat Star impersonation. Shout out to you, Nat. I'm just, it's all love, Mudgy, all love. But look, I'm just gonna conclude it on this. We better fucking win tomorrow. We need to win tomorrow, because that will be, as many of you, including you as well, not everyone has been saying, that this trophy is going to be a catalyst to win more. Because at the end of the day, what this squad doesn't have is not only the experience, but the feeling of getting over the line and winning something. That is so psychologically important, especially for a team that has failed repeatedly to get over the line in any conversation. Big up to you, Martin Tapp. Motherfucking Martin Tapp knows what time it is. Big up to you, Martin Tapp. But let me tell you, we gotta win tomorrow. I think it's gonna be a really tight game tomorrow. But I mean, but in theory, we should be smacking them up 3-4-0, just by virtue of how shit their defense is. The only caveat is that our offense is being held back by a fucking tapas waiter. Liverpool for years Liverpool for years, they had this Spanish fat waiter Rafa Benitez that was holding them back. Like especially when they had like men like Fernando Torres. Like I mean, like that team really should have won the league. Like back in the day. But I mean, like, but this manager, like it just feels so. I'm ending on this. Swear down. I'm ending it on this. It feels like our attack could be doing so much more than what it is. Like it honestly feels like it feels like both of our hands and our legs are being hogtied. And that we're not able to actually truly exert our massive amount of capability to score goals because we know that we create chances, but for some reason when Gyökeres is on the pitch, we are not feeding him enough as we should. Like we need to be we need to be rolling out a fucking buffet line for this motherfucker so that he can score because we know he can score. My fucking client, Victim Gyökeres, hold that, you fucking 29 bum chums. Like Havertz was never good enough for this club. Gyökeres is what time it is, and I just hope that this manager really just takes it upon himself. Let the handbrake off a little bit. Let's go into third and fourth gear. It is the end of March. Like now is the time to really set the tone. The end. Big up to everyone here on the chat. I'm gonna start my camera because I'm going upstairs. I'm still in my car. I mean, like like litty titty committee. I'm still in my car. So look, big up to y'all. So I'm still listening.
Big up, Doc.
Yeah.
That was
Big
legendary.
Up, Doc. Big up, Doc. Chike, you are the resident City fan on the channel. What's your feeling coming into this? I gave my prediction. I guess I'm the real positive one out of everybody. I see this being an Arsenal 4-1 win. I think we're going to smoke you guys tomorrow.
Yep, and I've said this before, and I'm going to say it again: 3-0 Arsenal.
Oh shit.
Oh, 3-0.
Oh. Do you think it's along the same lines? Because my thing is this. If Arteta approaches this, I think the way this game is going to go is because Mark Gahey is cup tied and he cannot play. I think with that back line, he is going to end up pushing up because he cannot sit defensive without Gahey, in my personal opinion. He's going to have to go forward to try to get goals and try to get us to open up a little bit for him to be able to continue to attack us. I think that if they try to play similarly to the way they played against Real Madrid, Arsenal's going to smoke these guys.
Oh, honestly, I mean, I'm just 3-0 City, or excuse me, 3-0 Arsenal. No way. I don't see any way on how we even score a goal, let alone create anything. I mean, honestly, just I'm not confident at all in this game. To be honest, I'm just gonna vibe throughout the rest of the season because I just want Pep gone. I want him gone, and I just want anyone else but him. So 3-0 Arsenal. They'll win the League Cup and they'll win the league. I think Arsenal are going to do at least a double, and I wouldn't be surprised if they even did a quad, to be honest. I really wouldn't. Unless Barcelona decide to show up, which, by the way, I could be Olajuwon 1995. Yeah, by the way, Akeem Olajuwon, I'm a Nigerian guy at heart, one of my favorite basketball players, I'm telling you. But I'm just going to go 3-0 Arsenal. City are done for the season. Pep will move on, and we'll get Luis Enrique.
Yeah, and I agree with this with Omar. I don't think Cherokee starting is going to make a difference in my personal opinion. I think the situation at the end of the day is going to be that whether anybody likes it or not, I think City is just in a rut. I think City is experiencing the end of the run for them, in my personal opinion. If we find a way to lose, then it's a bigger indictment on Arteta than it is somebody who's going to come up with the nonsense, the greatness of Pep. If we lose to this Manchester City team with the run that they've been on, it's even more of the indictment to show that Arteta's not the guy going forward. And I'll be honest with you, and the word is starting to spread around right now because everybody thinks that Pep is going to be out of City. Both Bayern Munich and Manchester City, and for some reason the third team that's been involved in this is Monaco. I have no idea what's going on with them and haven't looked into it. But they have all approached Berta. And they have all approached Berta to try to get him to leave Arsenal to come be the new sporting director at their respective clubs. Now, Bayern, to be looking at Berta says a lot because Uli Hoeneß and Karl-Heinz Rummenigge have been running that team for so long and has seen out this dominance. Obviously, when they stepped away and gave it to Hasan Salihamidzic and Oliver Kahn, Bayern made a few bad mistakes, and obviously Leverkusen went on their undefeated season and won the German double. However, for me, Berta, for me, I think is the main center point that we have to look at. If everything comes to fruition the way we want it to, if we walk away with the league title and the League Cup and maybe a domestic treble, Champions League, like I said, I don't think we're winning. But do you guys put it down to more Berta? Or do you, obviously, I think everybody here would agree. I think this comes down to Berta's success as a sporting director more than Arteta. Now, the other teams, obviously, Liverpool obviously fumbled the bag by spending $500 million and didn't do shit with it. And City, I think, are coming to an end. For me, I think, to what Doc was saying, if you don't bring Andrea Berta in and it remains Edu and Arteta, we're talking about a bunch of what if, buts, and maybes, and still possibly no titles being won, and probably not even winning the Premier League this year. How big? What if you were to give a percentage? How much of the percentage go to the success so far of Arsenal? And again, we're talking about potential, because tomorrow we still have to win to start it. But if we win tomorrow and we win the league, what's your guys' percentages of how much of it has to go towards Berta compared to Arteta?
Berta for me is like 95%. You could argue even 99%.
Thank you, Nat. Thank you. It's
I mean, the fact that there's other teams looking in for him now, and he's not even been there for like a full season. Do you know what I'm saying? Speaks wonders. Like, I don't hope for myself, but I really do want to emphasize this point. This club have better put him on top dollar, because the only way he's staying is if he's on top dollar. If Kroenke ain't put him on top dollar, then it's not looking good, bruv. You know what I'm saying? It's not looking good at all, because you can replace DOFs and all of that, but we're at this point now, right here, right now, Football Slim settings, that we can't go back to anywhere near the likes of Edu or even a decent DOF that is nowhere near the level. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, because I think I remember that, because Garlic is still here. I think Garlic was West Brom's DOF at one point, and then he joined us, and then now he's got the CEO role. If they dare consider letting Berta go and giving Garlic the DOF role here, we're fucked. We have royally fucked ourselves. But I have a feeling that with Kroenke even appointing Berta, that he's at a point of no return himself. Do you know what I'm saying? Because once the focus has shifted onto him and not Arteta or Berta or anyone else, it's curtains, isn't it? Do you know what I'm saying? We're definitely not going back to Edu Six Toes FC and all of that. Do you know what I'm saying? Shrimps on the Barbie and all of that, even though he's Brazilian. But look, it is what it is. Do you know what I'm saying? I think for me, what he's done, the players that he's brought in, like the Victor Gyökeres, Ebery Eze, etc., like, have done wonders. Even in spite of this manager not wanting them, not playing them regularly enough, not playing to their strengths, etc. And we're going to see tomorrow, because I'm still sticking with my 1-0, because I think it will be tight, because the way we play, and because we haven't been in the final for so long, like being defensive, he'll revert back to type. But more a case of what City won't do rather than what we will do, what Arsenal will do, what Arteta will do. It's more what Pep won't do, innit? Or what Pep is trying to do that hasn't been working. Like, what is it? Someone put in the chat.
Big up to everybody that came over from Lee Reacts for the raid. Appreciate it.
Big up
to everybody coming over. Big up to Lee every single time.
What is it? Like, someone put in the chat, I think it might have been from that last stream, is like, this is like Madrid's worst team. Like,
yes. And we still lost them. That tells you everything you need to know.
Team. Wow. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying there's no way we can't lose this, but we better not fucking lose this. That's the point.
Say a lot.
You know, the time is now, my loco settings. Do you know what I mean? Like, for us to win a major trophy, even on Sky Sports, even that 1%, I can't remember her fucking name, even she said, major trophy. Do you know what I'm saying? This is a major trophy. So even with the PR and narrative, there's only so far they're willing to go. If people aren't buying into the narrative for the most part, whether it's content creators or not, like, they're not going to push it. Do you know what I'm saying? Because if it falls flat, it falls flat on its face. Like
Yeah.
we're at a point now, Arsenal fans, like where I'm at, like there will be pubs all over the country that they were already selling sold out tickets. Yeah, there were already places being sold out for certain venues in and around London for Arsenal fan parks. Do you know what I'm saying? That's how big this game is, and I'm sure it's similar in the States as well. This game is massive.
Yeah.
First League Cup with the
Hold on, real quick now. Quadra,
It's massive.
Quadra, it's been confirmed that Kepa's starting tomorrow. Quadra, it's been confirmed that Kepa's starting tomorrow.
Yep, it's online that Kepa's going to start tomorrow.
Jesus Christ, he's trying.
So we're going to penalties tomorrow.
Goalkeeper.
Because, guys, the thing is for me is that Kepa is good at saving, but when it comes to his distribution's a bit poor sometimes. Because in the game against Mansfield, where they were dominating us, there was one point that Kepa nearly gave them the freedom to nearly score against us. He was playing some kind of weird passing, which allowed Mansfield the opportunity to attack us. So we were very lucky not to have let Mansfield have the freedom to just attack us. So this is why I'm worried that if Kepa makes that kind of mistake tomorrow, then Man City could take advantage of that and have the freedom to just score at his goal. I mean, listen, Kepa has been he's been a bit okay this season, but I just do not want him to do this kind of passing out from the back. It's just not good enough, and this is why David Raya should have started that game tomorrow. But now that we know that Kepa is starting, this is going to be a worrying sign for us, lads.
Yeah, this is the first trophy we're trying to win in the Arteta realm of his own team and not with the Emery team. And you're going for the trophy. Play your best fucking 11. I don't even understand. I'm sorry. You can give Kepa if you wanted to be a gentleman, you could do it like how it's done in hockey. Let the captain raise the trophy first, and then because Kepa was the guy that got you there as the goalkeeper, you could let him lift the trophy after the captain. If you want to do something like that, he should not be starting this game.
I think it's a cup game. That's why he's giving it to Kepa, because it's Carabao Cup, and
whether it's a Carabao Cup game or not, it doesn't matter. We need to win this trophy.
Pep Guardiola is doing the same with James Trafford as well. He's not starting Donnarumma. He's starting James Trafford. It's going to be Trafford versus Kepa.
But see, this is what worries me with Arteta is because if he's already seeing stupid shit being done by Pep, or Pep is trying to outthink himself like he does at times, we're risking doing the same thing of Arteta trying to get cute. Again,
and this is the thing, guys. And the thing is that James Trafford has been very good in this cup match. He's been making some exceptional saves in this League Cup tie. But the issue with him is that he's only conceded 2 goals in this cup match. So this is a huge another worry for us if we're unable to find a way past him.
Yep. Yeah. No, I agreed.
Even Arsene Wenger played his best team in the League Cup final. I think the 2011 one where we lost and the 2018 one, I believe he played his best available side, didn't it? You know what I'm saying? But in 2018, he desperately needed a trophy, but that City team was next level. This is not like you compare 2018, they won the League Cup, started their dominance. We don't win this League Cup, we ain't dominating, bruv. Nowhere near. It's not even. It's out of the question for me. So, I knew deep down in my mind that he would probably do some shit like this. But at the same time, if he knew Donnarumma started, I think he would have started right. But the fact that
but that shouldn't dictate that. That's the problem.
Yeah, no,
that shouldn't dictate that. Listen, if Pep wants to do that nice thing and everything else, cool. Pep has the ability to do that because Pep has credit in the bank with City. Whether it's now possibly going on 2 years or not without winning a trophy, he's racked up enough fucking trophies for City to where Pep basically has free reign. Now, obviously, the City fan base want to continue winning trophies, as Chike has alluded to, because he's a City fan. But again, I'm sure Chike, are you happy that he's benching Donnarumma for the
hell no, shit no way.
This is realistically. I don't know how the FA Cup bracket is set up for who you guys would play in the semifinals if you get past Liverpool. But right now, this is realistically the main opportunity for you guys to win a trophy. I personally don't think, even if City wins tomorrow, I don't think City's going on to win the league. There's too many mistakes in this team, in my personal opinion. There really is. Bernardo Silva's not the same guy. He's been ran down into the ground. You saw that in both games against Madrid. He got absolutely bitch slapped by an 18-year-old kid who got called on in an emergency situation for Madrid. I just don't see why we don't put these boys to the sword. This game should be Arsenal putting out the best 11 and absolute bitch slapping City to show up. Because if you go into this and you beat City a 3-1, a 4-1, a 3-0, it's more than just winning the trophy. It's also setting the groundwork now that you're not coming back against us in this league title run. It's demoralizing City. That's what we need to do, is demoralize City to let it be known that we are not only winning this trophy, but we're also winning the league. That's why I'm upset that we're already doing this. And to like what Mr. Pod said here, what other rotations is he going to do? Does this now mean that he's going to shoehorn that bum Odegaard back into this and start over Eze? Because at this point, or is he going to do like what Macy was talking about before as well? Is this going to mean now he's going to shoehorn to start Havertz over Gyökeres? The best starting 11 should be playing right now.
No, 100%, Gianni, and I always hate how managers don't take cup seriously. Like, this is a cup final. Play your best 11. It's not that complicated. You know, when you're trying to get over a line like an Arsenal team that hasn't won a Premier League in, at least in my lifetime. Well, actually, I was 5, but I wasn't following the Premier League then. For a team that's trying to win a Premier League title for the first time in over 20 years, winning a League Cup and putting your strong 11 and demoralizing a team like City is massive. And the fact that he's trying to outthink Pep Guardiola is mental to me. So, yeah, I mean, if City somehow win this League Cup tomorrow, that will tell me everything I need to know about Arsenal.
Yeah, well, it's more like Pep, to be honest, because let's be real. These players have been running to the ground, and it's down to this fucking manager. This manager wants to be slick, thinks he's too clever. It reminds me of, we all know every guy in our neighborhood or every guy around the block, whatever, do you know what I'm saying? In the city, in the town, wherever you're from, yeah, that thinks that they can outsmart the bookies. Do you know what I'm saying? You think you can outsmart the dealer. Do you know what I'm saying?
Gamblers.
You can't outsmart the dealer. If you know the game, cool. Play it and play it to win. But if you think you're that fucking good, especially with no credit in the bank, that you think you can outsmart the bookies, outsmart the do you know what I'm saying? Doing all of this bullshit.
I understand.
Like, for me, it's not on. Kepa's one thing, but if he fucking dares start snicking the living guard, bro, this manager needs to bounce. We lose this League Cup final. Like, I'm not even confident we'll win the league. I'm not.
Seriously?
Yeah, because it's mentality.
Wow.
It's mentality. This manager has shown time and time again, yeah, for the last 6 years. His ass is on the line this season. He knows that. He knows his ass is on it. It's a win-win for me. Like, I know I'm sounding like mad passionate and all that, but
it's a win-win for all of us, though. It's a win-win for all of us, because either we win trophies or he's gone.
If we don't win shit this season,
You really think he's gone after this year?
If we do win,
if he doesn't win, yes.
Then
if he doesn't win, yes. 100%.
Then we win the trophies, innit? If we win the trophies and he's still in next season, cool. At least I got what I wanted out of it. Do you know what I'm saying? The only reason this manager should be staying is because of trophies. That's it. No other reason. Not because you fancy how he looks or wears and whatever. Oh, his perfect hair. His hair's glued on, by the way. That's why it's called fucking Lego head. Do you know what I'm saying? Less of that fucking puka hair. Less of that bullshit. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, this guy, yeah, better not fuck it up. Because I'm heading to the pub tomorrow, innit? Do you know what I'm saying? There'll be Chelsea fans. There'll be Man United fans. I'm sure there'll be the old Tottenham fan bit and all that. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, and there'll obviously be Arsenal fans as well. Some Liverpool fans, yeah? We fucking lose that game tomorrow. I swear, bruv. I fucking swear. Not only am I going to be leaving straight after the final whistle, but yeah, some choice words are going to be spoken, yeah? I will be doing a match reaction either way, but there will be some hella choice fucking words from myself. And I'm sure from you, Gianni, as well, because these opportunities don't happen every day. The last time we were in a League Cup final was 2018, bro. Yep. Before that, it was 2011. It's not like Man City where they're in a cup final damn near every year.
Literally every year.
Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? What was it, like 20 finals in the last 10 years, 12 years or whatever? Do you know what I'm saying? You don't have that fucking record. Pep is a massive part of the reason why you guys are where you are recently. Yes, you had like
100%.
Mancini and was it Pellegrini and all of that.
Yes.
Two very respectable managers, and I rate them both. Cool.
Sure.
But this Arteta don't have credit in the bank. He can't be fucking about
No.
and doing all this bullshit. Where it's like, oh, but because you're the cup, fuck the cup goalkeeper. Wenger chucked that in the bin after 07. He chucked that in the bin after 07 when we lost against Chelsea. Why? Because he knows that he has to win. Do you know what I'm saying? Like next time he's in a cup final, he has to take it seriously, which we did in Birmingham against Birmingham, but we fucked it up because we played our strongest 11. But again, we fucked it up. Birmingham City were a Premier League team at the time, but again, you know, was it Koscielny and was it Szczesny? That fucking idiot Koscielny, yeah? Fucking Szczesny doing Chuckle Brothers, Dumb and Dumber, yeah? Smoked. Fucking Kostafi. Do you remember
Master,
that?
real quick, hate to interrupt you. Doc, you want to shout out what your score prediction is tomorrow before you bounce, brother? I appreciate your time as always, my guy. You know that.
Ooh, I always appreciate you, my G. Yeah, I know. I was moving like a geriatric there for a second, but but we're out. We're doing better, guys. We're doing a lot better. All right. Fucking hell, tomorrow, man. So like, you know how much I absolutely adore these questions, Gianni. I mean, I certainly think it's very. So all right. I want like deep down in my heart, I want us to win. I swear down, I'm fucking starved for silverware. I mean, I'll even take the Carabao Cup. That's how starved I am. But I mean, granted, I want to see the Prem, and I definitely would love to see the Champions League as well. But I mean, I'm starved for silverware. So deep down, I know that Arteta is going to make it as difficult as possible. I think it's going to penalties. I swear down, I think it's going to penalties tomorrow.
God.
Seriously, Doc?
Penalties.
By the way,
Especially
TK,
just
by the way,
by playing Kepa tomorrow, I think we are going to stink it out the entire time. I think it's going to go 1-1, extra time into penalties, and we win on penalties 5-4.
Oh,
Wow.
wow.
Hey, penalties 5-4. Penalty. We will be having a live call-in reaction to the cup final. So after we get this victory, we will be celebrating because I need to crack my my bottle of Blue Label. So, brother, hopefully I'll see you tomorrow, and hopefully we will be winning this thing tomorrow, my guy. Hope you have a great rest of your night, brother.
Yeah, man.
Nice to meet you, Doc.
Take care, bro. Good night.
Yeah, absolute pleasure, everyone. Take care, man. And
You
God
too.
bless.
God bless.
Jim, what's your feeling on this? What's your feeling so far with this? You've heard some of the other guys. I know you said you're a little skeptical. Are you still skeptical, or do you think Arsenal will pull? You think Arsenal's going to pull through?
Well, I know Kepa's starting, so because I'm saying 2-1 Arsenal, but don't let it go to penalties.
Yeah, no, my heart can't take penalties.
Because
Not with this team, I can't take penalties.
I think it was Palace penalty shootout. I was nervous about that one. So hopefully not another one.
Yeah, no,
I got my blood pressure on Monday, so hopefully Arsenal win.
I think everybody will have their blood pressure raised up a few notches tomorrow if we're going to.
I certainly will.
Yeah, I do not want it to go to penalties.
No.
That's for damn sure. I'd rather lose in normal time. I'm not going to lie, because City, when it comes to penalties, is probably their best bet. But at the same time, it would not surprise me if just somehow we just fuck it up. And if it is true and is the case that this manager's gone with Kepa, he brings Odegaard back into the team. Like for me, Arteta needs to realise how big this day is for all. Because I saw Bukayo Saka done an interview with Paul Merson, and I'm not the one to usually enjoy interviews, especially it being on Sky Sports and that. But I rated that interview, everything that Bukayo Saka was saying and all of that. It was on point, to be fair. And I didn't even know that they both went to the same school, apparently. So it's fair enough. And Saka clearly wants to win, even though he's been running to the ground and all of that shit. Yeah, that's not his fault, but he still needs to buck up his ideas. But it's clear that he wants to win. My question is, does this manager want to win that badly that he's willing to do whatever it takes, even gazump Pep, by starting David Raya, by leaving Odegaard in the stands? Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
By not letting him lift the trophy. If he does lift the trophy, it'll be like when we do the parade around the pitch kind of thing. Do you know what I'm saying?
To that point, Nat, if we're going to do that, does that mean Saka doesn't start? Because if we're being honest, Saka is not in better form than Madueke, as crazy it is to say that. If
Saka hasn't been in form in 2 years.
Well, that's not entirely true. Saka was starting to go down in form, and the injury made it a whole lot worse, and rushing him back has added to where he is now.
After the 23-24 season, that's he was getting the goals in that season. It was when we lost to you guys by 2 points. Basically, last season, that's when it started going horribly wrong. And then this season, we saw like the boy needs a rest. How many times have I said this, Johnny, and everyone else on the panel?
You're not the only one.
Rest. The boy needs a blood clot rest, bro. Do you know what I'm saying?
And obviously, to Kieran's point, Saka is going to start. But if we were picking an 11 based on form,
I wouldn't start it, bro.
I wouldn't.
Listen, you heard my opinion. I know people think I'm crazy for trying to throw the young kid on there. I'm starting Madueke on the right and Dalman on the left and saying, let's blitz these idiots.
The problem is, Gianni, we know. The problem is, Gianni, my friend, we don't know. This manager doesn't trust Dalman because the reason why he brought Dalman on against Everton, because Arsenal needed something to get a win, and Dalman was the best option, and he got that winner for us. So this is why he doesn't trust Dalman. I would love to see Dalman start tomorrow because I see so much potential in this kid. He reminds me of me sometimes. You know, something like he reminds me of me because whenever somebody needs help, they call me to save the day. So Arteta needs someone like Dalman to save him, but we know he's not going to do it because he doesn't trust any of the academy players. Because that's the difference between Arsene Wenger and Mikel Arteta. When Arsene Wenger was in trouble, he always relied on the academy players to help him, because even though I didn't rate Eddie Nketiah, he stepped up in the most important League Cup game against Norwich City when he bailed Wenger out. So this is why the academy players that's why Arteta needs the academy players to help him out sometimes, because the senior players don't seem to understand. Like they're not playing very well together. So this is why they need somebody like Dalman to gel in with them. Because when Dalman was playing with Eze against Everton, they were linking up together. This was the first time that Eze was playing alongside somebody that is more fluential with him. You know, so this is why I need to see Dalman start some games, because if I see him start on the bench every single time, then it won't be long before Dalman either leaves this club for his own good, or if the fact is his career at Arsenal could get ruined easily, the same way Ethan was when we gave him that contract and then all of a sudden we loaned him out to Marseille. And look what he's doing at the moment.
What was Ethan's contract?
Apparently, we've given him a first, like his first contract. We gave him a new contract for some reason. I don't know what it was. Like, I mean, if I was Ethan, I wouldn't take that contract. But he's still young, and all that stuff. But I just didn't know why we gave him that contract and then we loaned him out to Marseille. This is what I don't understand with this football club. Yeah, look,
I think that's because of what we were talking about with Odegaard. If you remember, we were I believe all of us were on, at least me, you, Macy, Kwaja, and Nat. We were all on Aaron's live show when Lawrence said that from his sources close to inside Arsenal was that Wanyeri had a falling out with Odegaard. And this is the reason, and because that's why I make the joke that Odegaard is Arteta's son, is because, and here, Dahl is saying it right here. Shout out to Dahl. Big up Oren Gunnar every time. He's the guy.
Big up Dow.
But for me, I think the situation he backed Odegaard, and this is the reason why I think Odegaard has been what's it called? This is the reason why that he's forcing Odegaard now to the side, because he forced Wanyeri out to stick up for his boy. And now Odegaard hasn't been able to live up to potential, and he took a risk on him, and he sees that it hasn't worked out for him. And I think it's a whole scenario that I think Wanyeri will end up staying long term, in my personal opinion. We need these young kids anyway.
So do I. I think Ethan stays. Max Diamond definitely stays. I think out of the three, the only one that might end up going, even if it is on loan, is Miles Lewis-Skelly. If we loan Miles Lewis-Skelly and we keep Ethan and Max Diamond, not even just as a compromise, but let's just say for argument's sake that happens, I wouldn't be too upset about that at all. Do you know what I'm saying? Because with Miles Lewis-Skelly, if we are going to go for if we are going to have wholesale changes, like we're going to do a clear out, do you know what I'm saying? Get rid of the Deadwood, get rid of Marino. If Zubimendi goes as well, I'm cool with that. The Sweet Prince, I call him
Calafiori.
Yeah, Calafugazi, bruv. He's Calafugazi, bruv. I've been saying shit from like day one. Do you know what I'm saying? And others, the Havertz, the Odeklapt, aka Nick in the Living God, as I call. Like, I'd be okay, because then at least MLS has game time, innit? He has proper game time. Whereas with Ethan, he didn't need to do that. He just needed to be played. He was more than good enough to play for us. He's basically our best winger. Do you know what I'm saying? And he's not even a natural winger. He's a number 10. But he can easily interchange with Eza. He would have, the thing is with Ethan, this manager knows that Ethan schools his precious adopted son any day of the week. He knows it now for sure. But even back then, he was like, I'm going to back my son, club captain and all that, which is very amateurish. It's very schoolboy stuff. Trust me, I've been there. Like, it's horrible when you see someone being pushed to excel when they're clearly not good enough, and they're given the captaincy because their old man runs there to come on, man. Like, what are we doing here? What are we realistically doing it? But with Berta here, everything looks good. Do you know what I'm saying? We just have to keep him. To be honest, that's the number one figure at the football club that we need to keep is Andrea Berta, even before any of the players. We keep Andrea Berta, but we lose certain other players that we would like to stay at the club. I'm not gonna have too much of an issue with that. I'll question it, but I won't have too much of an issue. Let's say it's like Ethan and MLS for argument's sake. As long as I trust him and Michele that we've got, our new diamond guys, to replace them. Do you know what I'm saying? But without Berta, if we have Edu Sucks Toes or anywhere near that level, even if he is a little bit better, but nowhere near the level of Andrea Berta, then it's a problem. Because now we're in a situation where this manager's on his last legs. If he doesn't win, if he does win, it buys him more time. But he's got to stop doing these fuckeries. And also next season, he can't play the same way that he done this season, because number one, the balls are going to change, and number two, these players aren't going to be playing the same, but willing to be playing the same football as they've done this year and previous seasons, other than the 22-23 season. It's not going to happen. Trust me. These players have had enough playing this haram ball FC. Trust me. They've clocked out. So Arteta's under serious pressure, but we know what happens when certain people are under pressure. They revert to type, and when they revert to type, all hell breaks loose, innit? So Arteta needs to do the right thing. I don't care if he fucking reverses the whole Kepa thing and goes with David Raya last minute. If he's doing them mind games, fair enough, innit? You know what I'm saying? But don't take the piss out of the fan base. Do you know what I'm saying? Don't take the piss out of the fans, yeah? We haven't won a League Cup since 93. That's before I was born, by the way. I was born in 94, yeah? Don't fuck about with major trophies. League Cup, FA Cup, Premier League, and down the line Champions League. Don't fuck about, yeah? Because your ass is on the line, bro. £15 million a year. You're not getting that anywhere else without winning shit, serious shit. Okay, the league and definitely the Champions League. Do you know what I'm saying? So I don't understand like why this man just still persists after 6 years with doing the same old fucking bullshit that we know he shouldn't be doing, that he knows deep down he shouldn't be doing. Like, he needs to be more ruthless in that specific realm, that specific aspect. Because if he doesn't, he's going to find out the toughest way, bro. Another trophyless season, he's out the door, bro. And he knows it. He's gone past the crossroads. This is the ultimatum. He's on that path. He has to stick with it, whether he likes it or not. Either win or piss off, like I've always been saying. It is what it is. Ultimately, that's exactly what it is.
Yeah, no, completely agree. Completely agree. And to what Darren has here, where he was saying, I see other clubs want Berta. Yeah, there's already Bayern Munich and Manchester City have supposedly reached out to Berta to trying to get him to come over to be the new sporting director. I mean, the fact that Manchester City is reaching out to Berta means that I think it's going down the path that Pep will be leaving, and they want Berta to come in and mastermind the entire rebuild of City. Because let's not make any bones about it. City, I think, is going to go into a rebuild. And I honestly think if City walk away with no trophies again this year, I think there may be a big conversation in the offseason of Haaland leaving, because Lewandowski has been reported to possibly be leaving Barcelona. I don't think if Barcelona is going to want to remain as the main state to win La Liga, I don't think Ferran Torres is going to become the starting striker for them for the foreseeable future. So maybe there's a situation where Haaland potentially goes to Barcelona, gets linked to Barcelona. I think that if Berta's already – and on the other side, like I said, Karl-Heinz Rummenigge and Uli Hoeneß have ran Bayern for a very long time. If these guys are looking for a sporting director to take over to run Bayern, especially a non-German, we all know how that club is when it comes to it. Ancelotti, if you remember, was the last non-German speaking manager that they had, and they made that a full-on rule now that you have to be German speaking in order to be at Bayern Munich. If they're trying to go down a route of a sporting director that's different than that, I think it's a big talking point about not only how good Berta has been for Arsenal, even though we haven't seen out the trophy side of it yet. I think it's the fact that you're seeing some of these bigger teams starting to get ready to change out. I think Karl-Heinz, I don't even know how old Uli Hoeneß and Karl-Heinz are, if I'm being quite honest with you. I think they're both in their later 70s or in their 80s now, maybe younger than that. But again, with City, I think the writing's on the wall that Pep will be leaving at the end of this year if they're looking for a new sporting director. Let's say, for argument's sake, Arsenal does win the League Cup and we go on to win the league title. We don't win the FA Cup. We don't win the Champions League. If it becomes if we win these titles coming into next season, where do you guys think the most amount of improvement is needed for the team to continue winning? I think all of us agree the left wing position for Arsenal is the position that we need the most worked on. There has been talk that Zubimendi may want to go back to Spain and leave after 1 year. There is talk that he has been also linked with possibly Juventus. I don't know who the hell tried saying that, but if he goes, please go, because you're not going to make a difference for them. Where do you guys want? Who would be ideal signings that you would look for Arsenal? If you had to pick three positions that need the most amount of work, who would be three players that you would look at to say, you know what, I wouldn't mind these guys? Because there's been rumors that Arsenal is linked with Rafael Leao at Milan. I'm not really too over the top with Rafael Leao, in my personal opinion. There has been rumors now coming out that we're linked with Ndiaye from Everton. I'll be honest with you, I'd rather have Ndiaye than Leao, in my personal opinion. I just think Leao he just can't be asked in some games, and I don't want to risk a player showing up to our team and not taking it serious. What do you think? What do you think are the three main positions Arsenal need to work on, and who would be your three? Give me three guys that you would dream of having, and who would be three guys that realistically you could see Bayern. You could see Arsenal signing in those positions. And it's up for anybody who wants to start.
Well, I would take Julio. What's his name? Julio Alvarez from Atletico Madrid.
Would you bring him in to be a left winger? Would you bring Alvarez in to be left wing? Is that why you were looking at him, or are you looking at him to play striker?
I think I'm looking at him to play striker, or if like on the left wing, or to help Jokeres or something, passing it to him and that. Yeah,
Okay.
case.
I can kind of hear it. Not as a left winger for me. If there was a world where Jokeres leaves and we're getting our money back and we need to find another striker, I hear Alvarez. Alvarez for me is a left winger. I'm not too sure if we're going to go down his route as left wing. He's played it at times before with City, but I think his best position is more in the center. What other position what other two positions do you think we need to strengthen, Jim? And what other players would you look at in those positions?
I have to say, in my opinion, I would say right back, because
A spare right back for Timber?
yeah, because
Okay.
he's injured at the moment, and we need an extra right back to cover for.
I hear it. What other position outside of right back? If there was one more position, what would you say?
I have to say left wing.
Okay. So a right back, left wing, and another striker. Macy, what three positions do you think we need signings for? And who would be the three guys you would look for those positions?
Good question, Gianni, my friend. So I agree with Jim. I think we need to get a right back for Timber, because I think Timber can't do everything by himself. He looks a bit knackered, so we need somebody to support him. Ben White, Ben White would start at right back, but for me, I just think Ben White looks dusted to me, so we need to move him on this summer. I just think Ben White, his time at Arsenal looks set to be over. And I hear a lot of Arsenal fans saying that they would start Mosquera at right back. I don't think that's going to work.
No,
I
I
mean,
don't agree with that.
yeah, because we saw that against Everton when Ndiaye absolutely cooked him. So I wouldn't start Mosquera at right back. So for me, we need to get a proper a second choice right back for Timber. I don't know who's available, which right back we can get, but we need somebody to cover in for Timber. I definitely think we need a second striker, because we need to get the German James Charles and the Brazilian looking Milo from Tweenies out of this football club. Yeah, this is Gakpo from Tweenies. He's Milo from Tweenies.
Tweenies reference, you a G, bro.
Thanks, Master. I appreciate it, bro.
You gotta look that shit up, bro. Like was it Stephen Bartlett? Don't ever see it, bro. That is elite. Basically.
Yeah, he is Milo with that.
Oh, mate.
That's a good one.
Yeah, so we certainly need a second striker, because we need somebody to compete with Jokeres for that spot. So I would take Alvarez at Arsenal. That could be a good option. But my problem is he going to fit into Arteta's system? Because Arteta's system is starting to affect some of the players. Because Jokeres, I kind of feel bad for him, because he doesn't really like the way Arteta operates the system. So if any manager was in charge of Arsenal and plays in a different kind of system, then that could suit Jokeres or any other second choice striker we get. But we know that Arteta is going to remain manager, because we're top of the Premier League, and we are still going to win the League Cup if we play well tomorrow. So we need a right back, we need a second choice striker, and we also need a replacement for Martin Odegaard, because we know that the Norwegian Homelander is leaving, because because his hair looks like Homelander, and he wants to come out and do all of this with his superpowers and stuff. So I think we need to find a new number 10 for Odegaard.
Do you agree with Darren? Do you agree with Darren? Darren's put in the chat that he would replace Odegaard.
Jude Bellingham? I mean,
Nah, mate, no way.
Me personally, I'm not a fan of Jude Bellingham. I don't want him at Arsenal.
He just gets mad overhyped by the media. That's just the problem.
Yeah,
He gets mad PR by the media. I call him PR Bellingham for a reason.
He's the most overrated player in the world.
Yeah,
that guy.
The best of Bellingham was when he won the best of Bellingham was when he came to Real Madrid in his first season, but now I don't even see that hype over him anymore.
Yeah,
so I wouldn't take Bellingham at Arsenal. Sorry.
Yeah, no, I agree. I don't want Jude Bellingham at Arsenal. I'd rather, in all honesty, I don't want Odegaard here. If I'll be honest with you, I think Odegaard, Havertz, and Jesus are the first three that need to be shown the door. Come the end of the season, you need to get that massive amount of money that we're paying those three.
And Calafiori as well.
Calafiori, I think, is going to go. I mean, for some reason,
because he's
as sad as it is, I think Calafiori is going to end up going to Inter because apparently Barca's in a lot of conversation. Barca's in a conversation about.
Yeah, but Gianni, didn't he say in his interview that his dream is to go back to Roma because he has unfinished business there?
But the problem is if Rome doesn't make the Champions League, they're not going to have the financial means to be able to get Calafiori. That Rome is in desperate need of making the Champions League, and right now they have fallen off to where it looks more like it could be Juventus or Como that make the Champions League. And because of the fact, unless Bologna pulled a miracle and went on to win the Europa League, and I forget who the Italian team is in the Conference League. I think it's Fiorentina, and I don't think they're yeah. Unless Fiorentina and Bologna would have to win the Conference League and the Europa League for Italy to have a shot at getting the coefficient, and I don't think that ends up happening. In order to get Italy the coefficient to maybe get Rome in, I think Rome, in my personal opinion, I don't think they're going to be able to have the money to get Calafiori. Who I do think becomes a more realistic thing for Calafiori is either going to be Milan or Inter. Now, supposedly Napoli's been linked with Calafiori as well. I don't want him at my club, if I'm being quite honest with you, because I do not want this club to go even further with this bullshit that Conte's been playing of this back line of three, because we've won 2 Scudettes with playing a back line of 4. I don't understand why we need to do this whole makeover for Conte, in my personal opinion. Suge is hilarious. He's beating this drum that he wants Serge Gnabry to come back.
Gnabry,
he's not coming back.
Yeah,
I take him as a bench player. I'd be honest with you. I take him as a bench player.
That would be a good idea to bring him as a bench player. But
get rid of Martinelli, get rid of Madueke and all of that.
I can't believe we've given Martinelli.
You don't think he starts?
Fuck no.
Nah, not now. No,
I can't believe we've given Martinelli a lot of money. He
doesn't start for Bayern. He doesn't start for Bayern if everybody's healthy. I mean, where does he start? He's not better than Luis Diaz. He's not better than Olise. He's not better than Jamal Musiala, and he's not better than Kane. He don't even start for them. I don't want anybody. I don't want anybody coming to this club that we know off top isn't giving anybody a run for their money in that position. All the top teams, whether it's City, whether it's Liverpool, whether it's Real Madrid, Barcelona, either now or in the past, they've had players on the bench that can get into the starting 11 and give the starters a problem. That's the way we need to build this team. For me, like I said, my worry, like to what Jim and Macy have said about Alvarez. Alvarez isn't coming to Arsenal to be benched. He's coming to Arsenal to start. And then you have to throw your hands up in the air and say, okay, well, we're going to spend nearly $100 million to get Alvarez away from Atletico. Are we really going to spend $100 million? Or if you get Alvarez and bring him in and combine the money that we spent on Gyökeres with them, we spent $160 million and we're throwing Gyökeres onto the bench for what? When this guy's scoring goals in spite of the situation with Arteta. For me, Alvarez, if you're going to get him, maybe try him out on the left wing. But again, I think there's other guys that you can go out and get. Yeah, listen, I hear you, Doc. If we switch, but if we're going to switch to a 4-4-2 to play with two strikers, does that mean we're getting a new manager? I.e., a 4-4-2 with a new manager to get the best out of wingers and strikers. I mean, if we're looking at it recently, that means that Berta's looking at possibly bringing Diego Simeone to Arsenal.
That would terrify me.
Maybe then, but
Yeah.
besides that, I don't think Simeone's coming to Arsenal and we're doing that. Maybe, but if we're getting Alvarez, then I don't see one of them sitting on the bench. That's my personal opinion. I think we're going to be looking somewhere else.
Can I ask you, Gianni?
Me personally, I just don't want Rafael Leao. I don't want Rafael Leao coming to this team.
Can I ask you something, Gianni?
Yep.
With Berta being linked with City and Bayern, how much of a chance is it that Simeone could go to either one of those teams because he's worked with Berta in the past?
I'm gonna tell you this right now. The only team I see Berta leaving Arsenal for out of those two is Bayern, if given the opportunity. City. Here's the problem with City. City, you have to rebuild the entire team. Diaz has to go. If you run down the list of all the players that City's got to let go, City's got to let go of Ruben Diaz. They're going to have to find another center back to pair up with Mark Gahey. They're going to have to get rid of John Stones. Rodri is being now. You're going to have to look at a hard conversation.
I'd keep Rodri for another year.
You keep Rodri for another year, but the flip side of that is if Rodri fucks up again, it's less money that you're going to make on him. So that's why that's the whole reason why I'm looking at it from the perspective from City talking to Berta is they know Berta will make tough decisions and keep it moving. The problem is that what are those tough decisions? One of them is the fact that City needs to realize that Ruben Diaz is not the guy that they think he is. John Stones isn't the guy that he thinks he is. Bernardo Silva has to go. Rodri, in my personal opinion, I hear you with giving him one more year, but you're splitting hairs at that point. Do you take a chance and let Rodri go and go all out? Because I personally, if you're going to build up a new team for a new manager, I would sell Rodri for what you can, because there's been those links that he goes to Madrid. If you get a decent amount from a Real Madrid to let Rodri go, I'd turn right around and go look at Aston Villa and go get that Amadou Onana, if I'm being quite honest with you.
He is a quality player, man.
Yeah. I'm just not Rodri, he's had those spurts where he's had 3-4 games where he looks like the old Rodri, and then he has the same amount of games where he looks like he still hasn't recovered from the injury. So I'm not completely sold that Rodri should be there again going forward, especially if you're getting a new manager and you want to revamp everything. Plus, the problem is you just need a full new rebuild on the midfield. Everybody hyped up Reinders. Sorry, Reinders is getting exposed for what happened. He couldn't even consistently make the starting 11 for Milan, but everyone hyped him up that he's going to be consistently starting 11 for City. So for me, I think you guys need a whole new midfield. Obviously, maybe you keep Foden or Cherokee to be the number 10, but you need 2 new midfielders to be the holding. And you need
at least 3.
Yeah, and you need a new backline. So for me, the way I'm looking at it with Berta is Berta, if you win 2 trophies first year with Arsenal and City has to go through a rebuild, right now, as it stands, Liverpool is the bigger threat next year because it's really just going to take one manager and maybe 2 more signings to see what happens with Liverpool. And then you make the decision for that. City needs a whole new team. I mean, yeah, you have wingers, you have a number 10 and you have a striker, but everything behind that you need to rebuild. So I think there needs to be for Berta. I think Berta stays with Arsenal because we're already ahead. You know, if this was a situation where Berta was coming in, let's say this is a situation where Berta stayed with Atletico and he's coming into Arsenal next season and we held on to Edu, I don't think we're even in this position where we're winning. So then Berta then has to make a decision is if you go to City, you can rebuild possibly, but then you have to rebuild at Arsenal. Arsenal is just tweaking at this point, especially if you get these 2 trophies over the line. So for me, I think if he leaves, the only team he's going to look at is Bayern. I don't think he wants to go through a whole rebuild job at City right now.
And also the backlash as well, just very quickly. The backlash if he goes City. I will be losing my forever loving shit if he goes Man City. Regardless of the reasons, regardless of what you're paying it, which is why I said earlier, I don't even want him to go buy it. I want Josh Kroenke, yeah, right here, right now, if that was Vincent. Give him a bump now. Don't even wait. All these contracts you were giving Mikel Arteta, right, when no one was in for him, even though we're being told that every top club is in for him, yeah? If Berta's on 10 mil a year, for argument's sake, put him on 15. Fuck it, put him on 20, bro. Put him on more than Arteta, if he's not already. If he's not on 20 mil, or more than Arteta, even if it's like 16, 17 mil, put him on 20 mil now. Because Bayern ain't going to pay him 20 mil a year. I doubt it. City, I think, would. But would, again, like you say, Johnny, would Berta leave to go to City and do a whole rebuild, even to be on more money than what he is at Arsenal? I don't see it. Bayern, you just have to outprice them. Do you know what I'm saying? That's what Kroenke needs to do. If he's not done it already, you better outprice him. Because if he's on 5-10 mil a year, which I think is nuts anyway, right? That's the only way I see him like remotely even considering Bayern. But for me, we have to keep him at all costs, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Have to keep it more. And let's not forget as well, guys. Like Berta brought in Michele. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That makes it more of a reason why I think he's gonna stay.
Yep.
That's a major fact in him staying for me. So,
and not only that, look at how many board members that he's forced out.
Yeah.
There's been like 6 or 7 board members from Arsenal that have walked away because of Berta getting free reign to control everything. I think that's the other reason why he doesn't leave. He is free reign and control of everything at this point.
He'll have a lot of say and control on certain things, but he won't have the reign that he has here.
Well, not only that, look at Bayern historically. Besides the Harry Kane signing, they don't buy big money players like that.
It's true.
Take Harry Kane aside, when has Bayern spent 80 million on a player before? Everything has been the best player from the previous Bundesliga side.
Because how much did they get for Lewandowski?
Lewandowski they got for free.
Yeah, from Dortmund because his contract ran out. Iron Robin, I don't believe, cost that much at the time.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. When you look at here,
didn't cost that much at the time.
Upamecano, I think, was maybe 50 million.
From
Kim and Jay,
but that's
Kim
nothing in today's
50,
market.
Kim and Jay was 50 million, but that's because he won Defensive Player of the Year in Italy with Napoli, and you were going head to head with De Laurentiis. So I don't really see. Yeah, that's the thing. That Lucas Hernandez was maybe was a big price signing, but that's very few and far between. Bayern's whole MO is to spend money by buying the best player that's not on Bayern in the Bundesliga. They're not. That's the other reason why he can't. He has more money at his disposal staying at Arsenal. If you look at the fact that Arsenal, we just spent 100 million on Declan Rice. Look how much money we have spent across the board on all of these signings that we have made. You know what I mean? It's not.
I understand.
I think, what was it? Lucas Hernandez is like 80 million. They spent 180 million between Kane and Lucas Hernandez. Besides them guys, Kim and Jay was 50. Upamecano was a little over 50. They don't really go into that upper echelon of price of buying. They'd rather get a player for low. Again, what was Olise? 47.5 million? Yeah. Olise, they didn't spend big money on Olise like that. And here, look, Dr. Seymour put in there. Robin was 25 million.
Wow.
They spent 25 million on Arjen Robben. Luis Diaz was in the 70s. Oh, well, if Luis Diaz is in the 70s, then
Lucas Hernandez was 80 million.
Yeah, Lucas was 80 million. I looked that up.
Yeah.
But again, I don't know. I don't really think Bayern's spending big money like that anymore. That was never their MO up until recently. I think it's going to be more. I think it's going to be more of the fact that you're looking at. I think Berta, if he walks into Bayern Munich, it's really much of a conversation of what else is he going to do over there. Because then the other thing is, we all look at the situation of different players leaving Bayern to go on to other things once they've won stuff. So is Olise going to stay? We don't know. We'll see. I personally think Berta's going to stay with Arteta. Not Arteta, I'm sorry. Berta's going to stay with Arsenal for the foreseeable future, unless he goes on to something else. Big up Kyle Walsh. Kyle, if you got a sec, brother.
Big up Kyle Walsh, kind of the legend.
Kyle Walsh.
You're more than welcome
The
to hop on,
legend.
brother. You're more than welcome to hop on. It's a major thing tomorrow for this trophy. We got to win this trophy. We have to win this trophy tomorrow. I'm sorry. We have to win this. But Kwaja, to you, what are the 3 positions that you would like to see Arsenal strengthen? And who would be your 3? Who would be your 3 guys that you would look at? Maybe 2 realistic signings in positions and 1 dream signing in a position. Who would you be looking at?
I'll be looking at a right back, a left back, because I know that we can't just rely on Timber. I think Timber deserves the rest. I think we need a right back. A left back is a must because Calafiori, he's okay, but not that great. Nkapé is doing decent. Miles Lewis-Skelly is not a left back. He's a midfielder. We cannot include him as a left back. So we need to go in the market and get a left back. Maybe probably say Grimaldo at left back because I think he does decent at left back because I remember he did play for Spain in the Euros because Cucurella was injured. So I'll definitely get him. At right back, it's tough because so many good right backs in the market. I'm not sure if Dumfries is going to work because I think Dumfries is more of a wing back than a full back.
He could play both. He was a fullback at PSV before Inter converted him to a right wing back. He can do both.
I think I'll give maybe DeMarco would be a good option at left back.
I don't think DeMarco comes, if I'm being quite honest with you. I think DeMarco for me, I think is the guy that's staying at Inter because if there's already talk that Inter's in conversation with Barcelona for Bastoni, if it's true, and that Liverpool's talking to Barella, if it's true, that's already 100 some odd million that they're going to make. I don't see them blowing the whole team up because if Inter does blow the whole team up, listen, by all means, because I need some more openings in Serie A for Napoli to keep winning more titles. But I don't think Inter's going to blow the entire team up for that.
Yeah.
But I hear you. Okay, so left back, right back. What other? Obviously, then left wing would be the other one for you, or are you looking somewhere else?
Left wing, right wing as well, because I think you can't. I mean, I think another right winger would be good because I think Madueke's done okay, Dauman, but we just need another one because Saka hasn't been great. So I think another right winger would be good.
To that point, would you see? I would leave the right wing alone because I'm making sure that Ethan Nwaneri is playing next year, and he's somebody that I would give minutes at the right wing if Madueke and Saka are not firing. See, for me, I think all the young kids need to stay. I think Dauman, I think Nwaneri, and Skelly are all players that need to give massive minutes going forward with this team, both this year for the kids who are here, and next year, Nwaneri and all them boys need to get massive minutes in the rotation. I think that if we're looking at a left winger, if that's where the money is going to be spent, for me, I think there's several guys that I mean, listen, if it was up to me, I'm throwing 100+ million at PSG and saying, give me Vara.
Yeah.
If we were going to be on that type of time, that's what I'm doing. I'm going to get Vara added to the team. Do I think Vara works out under Arteta? No, but I also don't think I'm not sure if I'm really convinced that Arteta is going to be here for the foreseeable future because I think we're winning this year. I think we're winning 2 trophies, but next year is going to be a interesting situation depending on who becomes the manager at Liverpool.
Right.
Who would be a left winger that you're looking at?
Obviously, my one was Kvaratskhelia. I mean, maybe I would buy Serge Gnabry, but as a backup, I think he's a good squad player, and I think he'll be decent.
Mm-hmm.
I think we need a backup striker because I think Gyökeres is a good player, but I mean, I just feel like Gabriel Jesus is not good enough as a striker. Obviously, Martinelli is an actual striker, but I don't think he's good enough. Trossard can play false nine, but I just don't think he's good enough as well. So we need to sell.
Oh, they gotta go. Them boys gotta go.
They have to go. I'm thinking of a backup striker. I know Julian Alves will be decent, but we have to change it to 4-4-2. I think because right now we're playing 4-2-3-1, and I feel like I don't think Alves suits this system. I'm just trying to think of a backup striker that would be. Would anyone take Ollie Watkins at Arsenal, or is he not good enough?
No.
Okay.
After this season, absolutely not.
No.
Him missing is the difference of Aston Villa being. The injuries to the midfield and Ollie Watkins not being able to finish it this year is the difference of Aston Villa being in a title race and then currently in limbo where they're at right now. I would not waste money on Ollie Watkins.
It was good last season, but this season,
If I wanted somebody from Aston Villa, I'm looking at the midfield. I'd take anybody from the midfield except McGinn, because McGinn's about to be 31. I'm not buying an older player unless he's coming for rotation. For me, if Zubamendi was going to leave, I'm hollering at Kamara, Tielemans, or Onana.
Yeah,
I'm
100%.
getting one of them guys to come to our team. Tielemans, yeah, he's 29, but Tielemans is a good fucking player.
Yeah.
I like Onana. If our rotation was Onana and Rice in the midfield for a double pivot, there's nobody scoring on us. Not with the defense that we have behind us. But for me, I think we need more offense going forward, and that's why I would look at Tielemans.
Right.
That's for me. I think Tielemans is one of the. I think there's a very good argument to be made that Tielemans is top 10 midfielders in the Premier League. I think he's better than a lot of midfielders than people will try to overhype.
Yeah.
Push that for damn sure.
Johan Wiss is a shout for a backup. I'm sorry. I'm still giving Gyökeres another year as the starting striker for me for Arsenal. I think he just hasn't been given the service. When we've been giving him the service more recently, I think he is that much better of a striker. Yeah, Tielemans is, yes, he is a big game player. Tielemans is class. You know who else too, though? That Spanish kid from Leverkusen I would look at too.
Oh,
Alex Garcia that play. He's a good player too. I would look at him. Would any of you take Gordon? No.
Nah.
Not for me.
Gordon's decent, but right now, no, not a chance.
Not this season. Not from what he's been doing this season. Now,
I think Ndiaye from Everton right now is better than Gordon in my personal.
Yeah,
and he can play up front as well, especially if you play like a 2 up front.
Mm-hmm.
Ndiaye can play on the left
or right.
Yeah, he's that good. He can play on either side. So, but I think personally, because I know you're going to bring the question to me anyway, Johnny. I think we need more than 3. But since the question is 3, I would say.
Oh, listen, I would say 7.
Yeah.
I say there's 7 players we got to let go and 7 new players.
But the most important. I understand what you're saying, bro.
Yeah.
For me, the most important, number 1 is left back, in no particular order, but like left back. Even though Hincapié's been brilliant, I still think we need an out-and-out left back because I do not want Calafiore still here. That Califagazi, the Sweet Prince, I don't want him here. Who would I take at left back? There's 2 options. I think Lewis Hall is good, but he would be more like backup. But for me, I would go for a Tariq Mitchell from Palace. And he played well the other night.
He's decent. Yeah, he's decent.
And we should have got him on a free. He was available on a free. Nobody went in for him, which I think was absolutely crazy before Palace signed him up to a new deal.
Would you take a risk? On Grimaldo for 2 years?
Grimaldo's not even is not even a risk for me. Like Grimaldo, yeah, sure.
Big up the legend. Big up the legend.
Big up Kyle Walsh, kind of the legend.
Grimaldo technically is like that good that he could play left back. He could play left wing if we're struggling. Well, we are struggling in that position, and he can play in the midfield if need be, like out on the outside, where Odegaard was playing and all of that, where it hasn't worked, Marino, etc. But left back for me, like Tariq Mitchell, maybe Gutierrez. I wanted him this summer, but he moved. I can't remember what team he moved to, but
he's in Napoli.
Oh yeah, he's at Napoli. I think he's injured at the moment because I haven't seen him play for a while. But yeah, mainly Tariq Mitchell for me. Like I've always been impressed with that guy. That guy is an old-fashioned, old-school left back he's a proper left back. He can defend and all of that. You know, he's not bad going forward. He can whip a ball in and all of that. So that would be my number 1 position, or that would be my first position. Second one, I'm kind of torn between right back and centre mid, but because we have Salmon that can play right back, and I think he needs more minutes, Mosquera can fill in either way. for injuries and all of that, even with selling Ben White, because I would sell Ben White, as I've stated before, because his legs are shot to pieces. I would actually go for the midfield and bring in Onana. You could have any of them Villa midfielders, Camara, Tielemans, but I would go personally for Onana. You have Onana next to Declan Rice, yeah? And to be honest, Onana could be further forwards and then Declan Rice just sits. That means Declan Rice doesn't have to do anywhere near as much of the running, and it would suit us to the ground with Ebery Eza, you know, in the 10. An outside shout for centre mid would be Adam Wharton, Elliot Anderson, for those positions. Like in terms of they could start, they could, like, especially with Zubamendi and Marino going, like either one of them, maybe not as much Elliot Anderson, but Adam Wharton, I believe, would start. But any of the Villa midfield would definitely start for sure. But my pick, Amadou Onana. So it's him. I got Tyreek Mitchell at left back, basically. And then the third and final position we desperately need is left wing for me. Havre is the dream, of course, but I'm not gonna lie, bro. Even if he won't play for the first couple of months, I'd still take a punt on Rodrigo, man. We've already signed injured players before. We like I said in the last stream, we signed Kim Kallstrom with a broken back. I don't see why we can't sign Rodrigo coming back from an ACL. And you know what that means as well, guys? If Max Dowman gets a chance, especially on the left, for the first couple of months, and then we let Rodrigo recover, and then Rodrigo can see from the stands like the pace of the Premier League, I think that would be even better for him, even with his quality. Do you know what I'm saying? So Cabra would be the dream, would be the obvious, and I'd be more than happy to have him. But Rodrigo for me, Joe Benito, like I know he's not quite Neymar in terms of ability, but what he's won, what he's done, and he's got the mindset. Like he's like for me as a player, I've always loved watching like Rodrigo play, and I think his time at Real Madrid is done anyway. Do you know what I'm saying? We got Max there, you know, Ethan coming back that can play the side. The only other outside chance. Well, I say outside chance. The only other player that I would more than consider, even though he's more right, but he's that good he can play on the left, is Conceição. Conceição for me, like put him on the left. Do you know what I'm saying? Like I don't see why not. But I think for me, might sound controversial back once again for the Renegade Master and all of that shit. Like I'm sticking with Rodrigo. Like even though he's missed a couple of months, I think it'll be better for him rather than him being fully fit and having a pre-season and then, you know, getting a taste of like Premier League just like that. If he, you know, has his recovery and then he sees from the sidelines like how quick the Premier League is, like day to day, week to week, you know, in training and then the games that we play. I think it's beyond valuable, like not just experience, but like a unique perspective as well. So any of them three players I'll be happy with, but I'm going to stick with Rodrigo. So Rodrigo, Onana, and Tyreek Mitchell at left back. But like you said, John, we need at least 7 across the board, minimum. That's a bare minimum for the whole squad. But yeah, 3 most important, left back, centre mid, and left wing for sure.
Yeah. Kyle, my man, it's the night before. It's the night before a final. What do you? First of all, I haven't talked to you in a while, man. How's everything going with you? Hope everything's all well with you and the family. And what are your feelings on this final tomorrow?
Yeah, well, first of all, Gianni, big up to your brother and big up to the panel. Great to see you all, and big up to the chat. Not going to stay on long, Gianni. I'm just going to make a few points and then head off. Night before the final, I'm a nervous wreck. The family are in the bed. I'm not. And I won't be sleeping tonight. I'm very disappointed. I'm out here certain Arsenal fans saying that it's not the end of the day if we don't win tomorrow. That we have bigger fish to fry. Disgusting.
Yeah.
I'm 40 years supporting this club. For Arsenal fans to come out and say things like this on the eve of a League Cup final is an absolute disgrace.
Agreed.
I have been lucky enough, and I'm old enough to have witnessed our only two League Cups in our history. I was there for 1987, Charlie Nichols. I was there for 1993, Sheffield Wednesday. And I was also there in 2007 when we got beat by Chelsea, Didier Drogba. And I was privileged and lucky enough to have shared that final with Charlie George and Sammy Nedson. I had dinner with the two of them and watched from pitchside with the two of them, VIP. I was very lucky to do that, even though Chelsea beat us that day. Final of a cup is everything, and I mean everything to me. If it's a League Cup final or an FA Cup final, it is everything. And I'm not listening to bullshit from Arsenal fans tomorrow night if we get beat, telling me, oh, don't worry about it, Kyle. Bigger fish to fry, Kyle. We're going to win the Premier League. Go fuck yourself. You go tomorrow at 4:30 and you beat Manchester City and you bring me home a League Cup title after me waiting 33 fucking years. I don't want to hear any excuses.
Facts.
Now, there was a panel of Arsenal fans, and no disrespect to them, but I'll put a question in. And I'm going to put a question in here now tonight as well. Here's the question. Just to see. I'll be interested. Name me the players, Arsenal players, that won the 1987 League Cup and also played and won the 1983 Coca-Cola Cup. There's a question now for a quiz, an Arsenal quiz. Anyone have any ideas?
You said the 87 League Cup final and the 83.
The 93 Coca-Cola Cup final.
Oh, so both League Cups.
Yeah, both League
Okay.
Cups. Can you name me any players that played in both finals and won the both cups with Arsenal?
Is I'll
Lee
take
Dixon?
a shot in the park.
No.
Shot in the
No.
dark. Is David O'Leary one of them?
Yeah.
Wow.
So glad I got that right. I knew he retired in '93, but I wasn't sure if he played in the last one.
Yeah, you're right there, Nat.
Tony Adams is one, I believe.
100% Gianni.
Tony
There we go.
Adams.
Adams, David O'Leary.
I give you a hint. There's three. Yes, got two. There's one left.
One missing. Was he in the final one?
Okay, hold on. Rocastle's on the 87 team. Keown's 87. Anderson's 87. Kenny Sansom's on 87 too, correct?
I don't think he made the '93.
Yeah, I don't think he made 90. I'm
None
reading.
of them made the 93.
Yeah, I know. I'm just running through names in my head real
Yeah.
quick that I'm thinking on the fly here with this team.
Is it Nigel Winterburn by any chance?
No.
No.
Nah.
It's interesting, and it catches
Tony
up.
Adams, I think Tony Adams played in both finals.
Yes.
Yeah.
David O'Leary.
David O'Leary, I mentioned because I thought, yeah, because he's our most capped Arsenal player as well.
When I give you the next one,
Uh,
you should kick yourselves when I tell you.
was it Paul Merson? Yeah,
No.
Oh,
Is
okay.
it Seaman?
No.
Oh,
Alan Smith.
No.
I
I think.
Are
know,
you ready?
I know it's not Righty because Righty came after.
No, right. He came in 90.
I'm going to tell you his name. You're going to kick yourselves.
Oh,
Oh, come on.
Just remember, because it's a good one for a quiz. Paul Davis.
Oh,
Oh, yeah,
You never take him.
yeah,
You never take him.
yep.
Well, it's a good one. But
at least I got one right. I'm glad I got one right, innit? Do you know
Yes,
what
same.
let's go back to basics. I want a strong team tomorrow. I don't want dropping players and bullshit like that. I want a strong team, goalkeeper included. I want them to go out, beat Manchester City, win the League Cup, and tell the world we're here to win the cups. No excuses. I don't want to hear any excuses. I'm listening to excuses there all week. Don't want to hear them.
What have you made of this whole situation, Kyle? What's your opinion on this goalkeeper situation? Because for me, cool, Kepa got us to the final. I'm sorry. This is the first trophy that we need to win under Arteta since we got rid of the Emery team. You need to play your best 11. Raya has to start.
The best 11 plays tomorrow morning or tomorrow afternoon. David Raya starts and goal. Kepa is on the subs bench. End the story. This is 33 years in the way. 33 years. I'm hearing now Kepa is actually starting.
I think he is, Kyle. I think he is.
You see what I mean? I'm telling you now, if they don't win the league title and this Kepa fella makes a mistake to lose this league, I'm going to fucking freak out.
Yep, agreed.
I'm going to freak out. This, I don't know. I just need to say this because I'm the older fella here, as we say. It's after being a long 33 years since I celebrated winning the domestic double. 33 fucking years. And I want to go out tomorrow and win. Now, I want to tell you something about dedication. Do you know what tomorrow is? I tell you what tomorrow is. It's my daughter's 16th birthday.
Oh.
Having a house party. And I actually said to the missus and to my child, which house he is going to for the house party? Because he's ain't having a fucking party here. The cup final is on tomorrow. Birthdays are out the fucking door. Birthdays are out the door.
Tactics, guys. Tactics.
I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. The daughter said to me today, but Dad, it's my birthday. I'm 16 tomorrow. I said, listen, I'll tell you something, darling. I love the Bones here. But I said, I also love Arsenal. And I'm waiting 33 years to win a League Cup. 33 years.
Oh, man, Kyle.
So I said,
we may have to start a GoFund you page for another TV if they lose this tomorrow, man.
Gianni, I'm a serious bother. No one is talking to me here in the house. Because I'm at the saying there's no parties, there's no birthdays, there's no nothing tomorrow. Only a League Cup final. I told the daughter we're celebrating her birthday next weekend. That I work hard, I want to watch the League Cup final in peace. Ain't the fucking story. I had to ring up. I had to ring up my mother. I had to ring up my father. I had to ring up all my family, and I had to tell all my family postpone all parties tomorrow. Next weekend we do partying. Tomorrow, business. League Cup final. Ain't the story. Don't see no one. Out the fucking door. Want to be left alone.
I mean, as long as you make the 18th, Cole, it should be fine, isn't it? I mean, it's
brother, I'm not messing with you. I told them all, and it's terrible. But I said I'm not the one to put the dates down for these fixtures. Blame the Premier League or whatever you want to blame. I'm watching this tomorrow. Ain't the story. No birthday. Birthdays are cancelled to next weekend. I don't give a shit. This is it now for me. So they better not let me down tomorrow, because if they let me down tomorrow, I'm after fucking up my daughter's birthday, fighting and arguing with the missus, fighting and arguing with my father and my mother, telling me that I'm not getting things in order about this fucking shit. I said I don't want this. So, and I'll be down a fucking television, because the television will go out through the fucking window if they don't win a League Cup tomorrow for fucking me.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
Jesus.
And then people tells me that I'm negative and I'm this and I'm that. 40 years support this club, 41 years now nearly support this club. My daughter is turning 16 tomorrow, and I'm after telling them all to go fuck themselves. I'm watching the League Cup final tomorrow. Ain't the fucking story. So don't give me any fucking shit.
You're a G, bro. I swear.
I hear that.
You really are.
My grandfather would do some stuff like that for Napoli. Trust me, I hear it.
Danny, I'm telling you now, brother. But listen, I'm going to jump off, because I tell you now straight up, I'm a nervous wreck. I won't be sleeping tonight. I have a cup of tea over there, and I'm going to sit back now and I'm going to watch the League Cup from 1993. And that's what I'm going to watch now. Just get myself hyped up. Tomorrow morning, then I get up. I'll be around then tomorrow morning. Make the breakfast tomorrow morning. This is my day. I'll take a shower and I'll put on the Arsenal colours, and I'll sit back and I get comfortable. I tell everybody to get the fuck out of my face, to get the fuck out of the house, and up with the surround sound system. I'll watch Newcastle against Sutherland, and then I get fucking ready. I'm fucking ready for this, and the better fucking win it. So anyway, I'm out of here, gents. I'm getting the fuck out of here.
Kyle, real quick before you go,
come
what's
on,
your
the fucking Arsenal? You expect the fucking win.
Kyle? What's your predicted score tomorrow, brother? Before you bounce.
2-0 to the Gunners. The better fucking do it.
Yes.
Talk
I
to
hear
us
it.
all later, gents.
Yeah, big up.
Kyle,
Take
big
care,
up.
Big
Kyle.
up, Kyle.
Big up,
Big
bro.
up.
You
Big
must
up, brother.
believe.
You're a legend.
You must believe.
Listen, guys, I gotta go as well. But big up to the panel. Big up the chat as always. Good night,
Big
everyone.
up. Big up to
Big
you.
up.
Sasha, before you go,
And-
what's your predicted score?
I'm gonna stick with the 3-1 because I know Kepa's in goal and I know that everyone's gonna be mad about it. But listen, I think we can beat Manchester City on their day because their defense hasn't been great. I think that Pep Guardiola is gonna play that stupid high line again. No disrespect, Chike, but the high line needs to stop and it's getting exposed too many times. If he plays the high line tomorrow, then I think Pep's losing the plot. But let's just beat Manchester City.
He already
Come
lost
on,
the
guys,
plot.
man. Just bring me the trophy home and I can see the trophy parade. I just want to go to that trophy parade. Just bring me that trophy and let's go to that trophy parade. Come on, you Gunners.
Come on, you Gunners.
Take care, bro.
Come on, you Gunners.
Big up, Quadra.
Okay.
Big
Your
up, Quadra.
defense is in trouble.
Trouble.
Exactly, bro.
The only trophy parade I'm going to. The only parade I'm going to is the Yukon parade.
Oof.
You after your guys' game the other day, you guys ain't winning.
Oh, the men aren't winning. Hell no, the women are.
Yeah, well, that's pretty much
Oh,
every year the women are.
So the women are in what, the FSL whatever cup final?
The
No,
No,
he's
it-
talking about college basketball.
Oh, college ball. Yeah. My bad.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah,
a
the
conversation for me in it.
No, don't worry about it. No, the yeah. So I'm from Connecticut originally, and there's a school in Connecticut. Yeah, called the University of Connecticut or UConn, and the men and the women have won the championship twice actually in 2004 and 2014. Yeah, yeah. We're the only school where both the men and women have won the championship in the same year. But so yeah, it's
That's
pretty
not
historic.
happening this year.
No, hell. No.
So Darren's got a question for us up here. If Arsenal fail this season, is this the worst season of the failure? 100%.
Oh yeah.
If we don't win,
Worse
if
than
we
the
don't win,
8-point ball though?
if we don't win this, if we don't win, if all we walk away with is a League Cup, it's still a failure. Even if we finally get over the line with Arteta for a trophy, it's still a failure. If we bottle and we don't win anything, this is the biggest failure season of Arteta, and he will be shown the door immediately because I don't think Berta will be standing for this nonsense any longer, in my personal opinion. Macy, what's your opinion? If we bottle everything, is this the biggest failure year, like what I've said?
100%, Gianni, because like I said before, we have to win this League Cup tomorrow, because if we bottle that, then that could be the downfall of our season, because if City get their hands on that League Cup, then this could fire them up now, because now they are now the ones that are going to stop, that are going to take this Premier League away from us, because this will give them the confidence to charge themselves up and take that title. So we have to win that League Cup and give us the momentum if we want to get that Premier League trophy. We've only got like 8 games left to play this season until we can win that Premier League trophy. So we can't let this manager fool around with this idea of playing this robotic, slow football throughout the whole season. We need to start playing attacking, fast flowing football, because if we want to win this league, then we need to start acting like a team that is willing to win this league and the League Cup as well. I am confident we can win the League Cup tomorrow. I still am, but I'm a bit nervous with the fact that Kepa is going to start at goal, which is a bit of a worry for me, because David Raya should be starting that final, because without Raya we would like concede a goal against Man City. But now that we know that Kepa is starting, I'm starting to get a bit worried now with the idea of Kepa in goal. And if Kai Havertz does start tomorrow, then that is another worrying thing because we know because for me,
Yeah, Havertz
like,
should be starting tomorrow.
can somebody tell me can somebody tell me what was the can somebody tell me what Kai Havertz does, because I see a lot of fan base saying, oh, but he holds the ball up well. Like there was like how he gets the ball and then he just passes it back. Like, tell
Yeah.
me one good thing that Kai Havertz has
The
done.
was doing that in the past few games. He's
Yeah.
been doing the hold-up play. He's been doing the link-up play. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
if he was given more of the ball against Leverkusen, he would have at least got a goal, at least one. Do you know what I'm saying? The thing is, the Havertz. What we remember the second leg against Chelsea, right? Where we were just stinking it out. We didn't need to win the game. You got Stephen Bartlett on the touchline, Diary of a CEO merchant, and all of that. Matisse FC, yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't have a fucking Scooby Doo what to do, yeah. Then Kai Havertz comes on. Do you know what I'm saying? You only bring Kai Havertz on, yeah, in the last 20 minutes, 15 minutes of the game, yeah, when he just shithouses it. Do you know what I'm saying? He gets the ball, he swivels, he turns, he gets a foul, innit? He's our free kick merchant in terms of he gets us free kick. Granit Xhaka was doing that to a degree as well in the midfield, which is an issue that I've had with Zubimendi in it. Zubimendi ain't been getting us free kicks. Whereas with Xhaka, especially in that 22-23 season, I don't know if you guys can remember, how many free kicks did we get from just Granit Xhaka just twisting and turning, even though he's got a turning circle of a ship, you know, Titanic settings, do you know what I mean? Like, because he was further forward, he was getting us free kicks. He was buying fouls. One thing that Havertz does great and always has done is that he'll get you fouls. As long as he can control the ball, you don't fire the ball into.
Yeah, that's the big if.
Yeah, that's the big
It's
if.
the big if he controls the ball.
For him to control, yeah, and get him on the turn. Do you know what I'm saying? Right side of the defender, yeah. He'll get you some fouls, innit? But you don't start a player like that. You end with a player like that.
Because that game against Everton showed he can't start anymore. He was everywhere. The problem with Havertz and this whole false nine nonsense that Havertz plays is he's everywhere except where you need him to be, and that's in the box.
Yep.
If you look at that Everton game, Michael Keane has been a dog shit center back for going on 5 years. Realistically, he hasn't been a decent center back since Ancelotti was the manager of Everton when he had everybody playing better at different points when he was with Everton. Since he's left, Michael Keane's been dog shit. Kai Havertz made Michael Keane look like he should get a call up for the English national team again as a center back. He's not that good, and Havertz should not be playing in that position. For me, I just think you have to go with the full blown starting 11. Again, like I said, Kepa, thanks for getting us there. If we make you the second guy to lift the trophy after the captain lifts it, then by all means. But he should not be starting. Raya needs to be there.
Of course.
Everybody of the starting 11 needs to get a taste of what it means to play for 90 minutes for a trophy. Not swapping players in and out because we want to try to outthink Pep. Fuck that. Put the starting 11 in there and win this fucking trophy.
Yeah, because Arteta's trying so hard to do what. Because Arteta's trying so hard to do what Pep is doing, because he wants to try and copy the things that Pep is doing. It has to stop now, because if Arteta was such a man, he would think for himself on how to set himself his own lineup, but he's not. He's just doing the same thing that Pep is doing, like playing the way that Pep plays, and it's just not good enough. So Arteta has to think for himself. He has to stop, he's got to stop listening to the voices of Pep in his head and think for himself. But we know he's not going to do it, because he's just a follower of Pep, because he'll do whatever like Pep tells him, because he, Company, and Mariska are all followers of Pep.
Agreed.
And Havertz needs multiple chances to put even one away. Do you know what I'm saying? He even got chances against Everton at home. Didn't put any of them away. Do you know what I'm saying? When Gyökeres was on, yeah, he got a few more chances than he usually does, but it's still not enough. Every header put a ball in to Kai Havertz, bro, that fucking donkey, right? And he couldn't keep it under control and slot it. You know what I'm saying? Like the guy can't start anymore. Like when you need that many chances to put the ball in the back of the fucking net, which is what you were saying, Johnny, about false nine. The problem with the false nine system where he plays, he's everywhere but where you need him to be. And when he is where you need him to be, he can't finish his dinner, bro. He can't take them chances. You know, and when a player needs multiple chances to score, yeah, it's a problem, bro. It's a problem. That's why like a Victor Osimhen, for example, like you have to play players like that to their strengths. Like, yes, he scores a lot of goals, but there's a lot of chances that is created for him. Like Victor Osimhen would struggle at Arsenal because we don't create, and he's an out-and-out striker, off-the-shoulder striker. He's another one, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I just want this manager to grow a pair of fucking bollocks. Put your nuts on the table, as Kenny Ken would say. Do you know what I'm saying? Put your nuts on the goddamn table for once.
Mhm.
Start Raya, start Gyökeres, start Eza. You know what I'm saying? I'd even go as far as say start Madueke instead of Bukayo Saka. Bring Bukayo Saka on. Do you know what I'm saying? You know, make
You
sure
can start Saka on the left. I'm not opposed to starting the both of them. I just don't ever want to see Madueke on the left.
Yeah, you could. I wouldn't play Bukayo Saka on the right. I wouldn't play him on the right. Yeah.
Yeah.
He plays on the left. You could put Max Dowman on the right. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I'd even rather Martinelli on the right than Bukayo Saka, to be honest, because Bukayo Saka is just too predictable. Like, but again, like this manager has mismanaged his squad, and now we're at a point where in a cup final, you know, later on today now, because it's like 1 a.m. my time. Yeah, exactly, brother. Like, we just need to do the fundamentals.
Yep.
We need to do the basics to get over the line. Stop fucking about. You're not Pep. Why are you modelling Pep now? Pep is the shittest I've ever seen him. He's lost his
horrible.
wife. Trying to get back with his wife or whatever, you know, with the divorce, trying to sort that shit out, trying not to lose 10 mil, you know, like it does something to you. Do you know what I'm saying? Any man that loses 10 mil, they're going to lose their fucking mind. Do you know what I'm saying? Pep is just, you know, Pep's doing foolishness, overthinking, you know, trying to be too clever, too slick and all that. Arteta was doing that for the longest, but this season, especially the last few months, he's not doing it as much. He has to stick
because the players that he always backed have left him in a shit position.
Yeah,
he can't back Havertz or Odegaard anymore. If he was still being petty and back these guys, this League Cup final becomes even, I don't want to say more important because it's already the most important game so far of the season because of the fact we have to win this trophy. However, the problem is if Odegaard and Havertz were still shoehorned into this team, I don't think we're leading the league, if I'm being quite honest with you. As shit as City has been, if he was that much of a hardhead where he said, fuck it, Havertz is my guy, he's starting over Gyökeres, and Eze wasn't my signing, I'm starting Odegaard, I'm sorry, we're not in this position and challenging on all fronts. I'm sorry. If Havertz starts against Leverkusen and so does Odegaard, we may have gotten knocked out from Leverkusen. Let's just be honest.
Oh, if Odegaard starting, we're definitely getting knocked out.
Yeah.
Agreed.
100%. He don't score that goal that Ebrieza scores. No chance.
Fuck no.
Yeah.
Fuck no. Especially not from that position.
Oh, 100%.
He's settling the ball down, looking sideways, not even looking forward, then passing backwards and restarting the play. 100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, Leverkusen should have beaten us in the first leg if Madueke didn't get us that penalty, and like Leverkusen should have Leverkusen should have hanged on for that 1-goal lead, but when
Leverkusen Macy should have scored more than that.
Yeah,
we're lucky that
should have scored 3 goals.
If you look at the situation, Raya made a great save on that header from Terrier. They put the goal in off the corner. We were lucky that young kid who was getting the hold-up play against Saliba and Magalhaes, we were lucky Leverkusen couldn't make 5 passes after he carried it into our half.
Yeah.
If Leverkusen could have passed the ball around a little bit more and not rush passes the way they did when they were coming to try to hit us on a counter, they probably get another goal.
Yeah. And also another thing as well about Kai Havertz is when he scored that penalty, why didn't he get the ball and run back to the halfway line? Instead, he was doing this he was doing all of this to the Leverkusen fans. Bro, you don't play for Leverkusen anymore. You play for us. but you want to do all of this to the German fans. I just don't understand. Like, I don't like it when these players, when they score the equalizers, they do all of this celebration, and they just want to Declan Rice did it once against Manchester United last season when we got the equalizer, and he was doing all of this. He was doing all the shushing to the United fans. Get the ball and run back to the halfway line. Those Arsenal players, like, they don't have any mentality. They just want to do all of this because maybe it's because the manager is telling them to celebrate the equalizer. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
There's
For
a
the
reason why in basketball, when you score a basket, you don't celebrate. You just go back to the halfway line. Actually, you don't even go back to the halfway line. You go back to defend your area. So you don't even do that. This is why this is one of the reasons I don't even watch football anymore. There's too much celebrating and all this bollocks. Whereas when you watch the other sports, when you celebrate, you just go back to the halfway line, or you just go back to defending your goal or defending your basket.
No, we can't.
Well,
I'm not going to let you get away with that because the
Why
NFL
not?
celebrates. Because the NFL celebrates
Yeah, but
way
it's the
more than what
NFL,
they
dude.
used to.
But
Huh?
it's the NFL. It's the NFL, Gianni.
What do you mean? The guys back in the day were not celebrating sacks as crazy as they are now.
Yeah, because
No,
you
they
can't
weren't.
sack a quarterback without even getting an illegal penalty.
That's neither here nor there. The problem is that American sports have gotten just as bad with that in certain ways. Basketball, you can't celebrate. But if you go and score, if you go get an and one, if you go into the hole and get an and one, or you get an and one from a 3-point shot, they're celebrating as if they scored a goal too. I'm not going to let you get away with that. The only sport that doesn't go absolutely insane when they score and take up minutes and time wasting when they score is hockey. That's it. Basketball,
Wow.
if you hit an important shot, these guys are celebrating, especially if there's a timeout involved where the other team takes a timeout. The NFL does it for stupid shit. If guys get an interception and fall directly down, the whole defense is celebrating that they got the turnover. It never used to be that way. Just like how it is in football now. Guys are scoring goals, like to what Macy said. Me personally, if I was a coach, if you were celebrating a goal that brings you level with the other team and there's time for you to go get the ball, put it back at the halfway line and try to win the game, if you're wasting time scoring an equalizer, I'm fining your ass. I'm sorry. I'm fining your ass because
No, I actually agree with that.
You should. Look at how many times have you seen throughout the history of football, somebody scores a game-tying goal, they run into the net, they have to fight with the keeper to get the ball out and then put
That's
it back at the
disgusting, by the
halfway
way.
line. That's what you should do.
Yeah, fighting
That's
with the
what you
keeper is
should be doing. Not this
work.
bullshit of, oh, we tied the game up, let's go celebrate like fucking crazy. Like, what was it? Was it the City game when Martinelli scored the tying goal and he went and celebrated like a fucking idiot and wouldn't even go and get the ball back? That's what I mean. No. That shit should not be happening.
Yeah, because it's the mentality.
But let me play. If I can play devil's advocate here, depending on hey, I'll actually let me let Nat go because I know he's got to bounce.
Yeah, big up, Chica. Yeah, I'm gonna bounce because I'm not gonna be up as late as I usually am. You know, cup final, and I do want to watch them League Cup finals before I go to bed as well. I want to have like what we were like, you know, success.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? And I'm in a great mood already. I'm kind of buzzing. I'm smoke a joint and
that's that song.
I got my tray sorted. You know what I'm saying? Like my raw fucking tray and all that shit.
We got them ready. We got them ready.
I've got raw papers. I was asking for zigzags. They didn't have any, bruv. Do you know what I'm saying? Which is annoying. We do have zigzags, but certain places they just don't have them, bro. Which is fucking shit. Do you know what I'm saying? Anyway, Johnny, always a pleasure, never a chore. Big up, mate.
I appreciate you hopping back on. I'm sorry for the nonsense that went on earlier.
What's your name, sir?
Jim Bob Joel.
Joel, okay.
Jim Bob Joel.
Brother,
appreciate your time, brother.
It is what it is. If you win, we'll have to hold it either way. Do you know what I'm saying? Always a pleasure with you, my guy. And
appreciate your time.
Come on, you Gunners. Let's fucking do
it.
We're going to do this. Do you know what I'm saying?
We're do
I just want to say appreciate your time, brother. Sorry again for what happened on the earlier stream.
No, that ain't your fault, man. Like but then
yourself,
individuals are fucking losers, bro. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You need to be jacking off to porn rather than trying to mess up people's streams, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, less of that. less of that. Do you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Anyway, either way, much love, much respect, and yeah.
Come on, you Gunners. I'll talk.
Yeah, yeah.
We'll be talking tomorrow. We'll be talking tomorrow.
No, I'll be doing my match reaction as well. Go check it out. Natster official.
Absolutely.
Definitely, if we win, if it's not later on tonight, then it will definitely be Monday night. Do you know what I'm saying? If I celebrate too hard, it will be the next day. If I celebrate hard enough, then I'll find a way to do it like later this evening tonight, my time. Maybe
I'm telling you, I'm cracking. We need to win. I'm cracking his blue label tomorrow.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm blue label.
This is a trophy.
You know what I'm saying? But big up either way. And I'll see you guys either tomorrow or Monday, either way.
Yep.
Big up, my guy. Take
Big
care.
up.
Big up, Nat. Big up, Nat. Big up, Zero as well. Appreciate you stopping by, brother. Real quick, guys, because I'm gonna wrap up here. Let me just get who will go around. Who are your starting 11s? Obviously, for the Arsenal guys, we'll do the Arsenal starting 11. Chike will do your starting 11 of who you think should be playing for City. Macy, what's the starting 11 you want to see tomorrow?
Good question, Gianni, my friend. In goal, I would probably put Raya in goal, but my problem is this manager never listens. So he's gonna start Kepa in goal tomorrow. I can see that because Kawaja basically confirmed that Kepa will start tomorrow. So we have no choice. So Kepa is instead. But it would be nice if Raya started that final tomorrow because we need somebody that can keep us in the game. Like Kepa is okay when it comes to saving, but his ball distribution at times has been very poor. Even his kicking as well. His kicking has been atrocious as well. So this is why I'm worried. I'm confident and worried at the same time tomorrow. So hopefully this manager proves me wrong. Like this manager gets me that League Cup. So Raya, if not Raya, then it has to be Kepa. Right back, Timber. But the thing is that Timber, if he's 100% ready for this game, then cool. But I'm worried about the fact that he's not been up to speed ever since he got injured against Everton. So we'll have to see if he's available for tomorrow. But I would still stick him at right back. Left back in Campier, as always, he's been Arsenal's best left back this season, and hopefully we have to sign him permanently because without him we would struggle on that left hand side.
Agreed.
I do not want to see this Italian Tarzan starting at left back ever again until we sell him in the summer because I'm done with this.
I hear that.
Yeah, just persist within Campier until the end of the season. Defenders, Saliba and Gabriel as always, because they've been our best defenders throughout the whole years they've been with us. So Saliba and Gabriel always at centre back. Midfielders, Zubamendi and Rice. Like I don't rate Zubamendi highly, but he has to start because what's the point? All our fan base are going online saying Super Mendy, stuff like that, but he needs somebody alongside him, and Declan and Rice is his only option. So Rice and Zubi together. Eze tomorrow has to start because I do not want to see that Norwegian Homelander start in that final. Because if I see him start in that final, then I'm gonna lose my cool with this guy. So tomorrow, Eze has to start. That because for me, he brings something to that number 10 role. On the right, I would probably put Max Dowman at right, but we know this manager doesn't trust Dowman at times. So I'm gonna have to go with Madueke on the right, Saka on the left if that happens, because we know Arteta likes to play Martinelli or Trossard on the left because this is what he does. But the problem is neither of them are clinical to finish their chances, and their passing has been off at left at times. So for me, Saka has to start at left, and then up front, Gyökeres. I do not want to see 29 start up front because that guy for me doesn't offer nothing apart from get the ball and then he gets barged away by the defense. by the opposition defense. So for me, Gyökeres needs to start up front tomorrow because with him, we offer something in that forward line with him scoring goals and like trying to run forward and offer some room for us. So this would be my lineup for tomorrow's final against Man City.
Okay.
One.
Jim, what's your 11?
Okay. I will start Raya because I don't trust Kepa with penalties. Yeah. And if I see Odegaard starting for Arsenal, I'll lose it.
Yeah, no.
I want him out of my club. I will start Dalman as well, but this manager.
In the left or right wing?
Yeah, left wing.
Left wing. Okay.
Yeah. I will rest Saka because I don't think he's good anymore. To be honest, because even Lee Gunnar said he's not that good anymore.
Yeah. He's right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And
he's what?
And I will start. I don't know who's on the bench, to be honest.
You're taking Hincapié over Calafiori as well, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I hope we sign Hincapié permanently, like
I think we will.
Like Macy said.
Yeah.
He's good.
Yeah. Okay. So you're along the similar lines as Macy?
Yeah, Macy, yeah.
Okay. Chike.
Yes, sir.
What's the starting 11 of City that you want to see tomorrow?
Well, what I want to see is Donnarumma in goal. I want to see Nunez, Diaz, Guehi, and
Guehi can't play. Guehi's cup tied. He can't play.
Great.
It's probably going to be that Kushinov is probably playing alongside Diaz.
Oh, that's great. Absolutely wonderful. And then that means Kushinov will play alongside Diaz. Hey, good to see you, Darren. I'll put O'Reilly at left back. I'll do a 4-2-3-1. Okay. I'm putting Rodri and Nico G as my two holders. I'm putting Semenyo, Savio at the wingers. I'm starting Cherki, and if he doesn't start Cherki, I'm going to be really pissed. Not that it'll make a difference because I'm still predicting 3-0. But again, and then I'm putting Cherki in the 10, and I'm putting Holland up top. Now, do I have any confidence in that starting 11? Hell no. But I'm going to go with it.
Okay.
Lineup.
I'm similar along the same lines with Jim and Macy. I want Raya in goal. I want if Timber's fit, if Timber's properly fit, I want Timber at right back, Gabriel and Saliba, and then Hincapié at left, Zubi and Rice in the middle. 10, I want Eze. And then for me, if Saka has to play, then Saka has to go on the left, and I'm starting Madueke as much as sad as that is. But if it was up to me, Saka, if you're shit in the first half, I'm throwing Dalman on the left wing in the second half from the jump. I'm not even giving you a chance for that because for me, that's what we need to win. No, I'm not cutting corners. We need to do what we need to do to win.
We need to win.
We need this trophy. And then Gyökeres is starting up top. For me, Havertz can hold bench. Odegaard should be sitting his ass up in the crowd. He can come down. He can come down at the end to celebrate with the boys. But I don't even want to see his ass on the bench. In my personal opinion, I think his time is done. His time.
You're being generous with Odegaard. You're being real generous. Actually, I should say useless. You're being generous with him.
That's dude. He is a player. It is what it is. We're gonna have to deal with it. But I think he needs to go.
Yeah, he needs to.
I hear it.
Listen, I predicted we'll go around with the predicted score. Chike, I know you said 3-0 Arsenal. Macy, what are you predicting for the score?
This is a tough decision, Gianni. I mean,
Really?
it would be nice if we beat City 3-0, but my issue is that City can score at any time. So I'll go for 3-1 to the Arsenal. How about that?
3-1 to the Arsenal,
Yeah.
Jim?
How about that?
Right. I'm gonna go for a 4-1.
You're matching me with positivity. I
Yeah,
said same
yeah.
thing.
When Lewis Skelly did that Haaland celebration. Yeah,
Yeah, no, I'm going to say same thing. I think Arsenal's going to blow the doors off of City. If I'm being quite honest with you, call me a top gooner for this time frame or whatnot, but I think Arsenal's going to beat the City team. I think
yeah. I'm
City
confident.
has shown that over these last few games they're inconsistent. The high line is going to kill them. Pep is hitting the wall right now. I think we need to pile on with what just happened in the Real Madrid matchup. I think we're gonna beat these guys 4-1. If we come out and we stink it out, I'll be happy that we win the trophy. I won't be happy with the performance, but we need to get this trophy no matter what. We better not fucking lose. I'm telling you this right now.
If we lose now,
if we lose, it's going to be
I
bad.
want Arteta out right now.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah.
GK, you still standing by the 3-0 Arsenal?
Yes.
Okay. Well, we will be there. We will be having a reaction at the end of the final game. We will do another call-in show tomorrow for everybody to hop on and celebrate the win. Or if,
I'll be there.
If it goes sour, if it goes sour, we will be here and we will be here crucifying the players because this title needs to happen. So big up to everybody who stopped by for the conversation. Big up to everybody in the chat. Thank you for liking and subscribing. Please continue. I want to thank Lee. I want to thank everybody who rated as well. Appreciate everybody that came by. Macy, appreciate you stopping by for the conversation. Jim as well. Appreciate you hopping on. Chike, you already know my guy. And yeah, hope everybody has a good night and let's go. Come on, you Gunners. Come on, you Gunners. Let's smoke these fools tomorrow. Big up, everybody.
Yeah.